Afternoon. Welcome to another episode of Listen at Lunch. I'm Carrie Blake. I want to start off by just giving a shout out to those of you that have kids in school. I can't imagine working from home or outside of the home and having to find daycare or make choices about online schooling or in-person schooling, and I just can't imagine. And to those of you that are struggling with sadness and all these emotions that are coming from this world situation, I'm praying for you to stay strong in your faith and that you find the blessings and hold on to those tight. It's not easy. I'm grateful that I work from home basically in my real estate job. I'm grateful for my kids that are completely healthy, and I'm especially grateful for this small business and getting with you and having relationships with people who love to craft, because it is keeping me sane. Crafting is therapeutic. You step outside these doors and it's just a different world out there. So know that I'm praying for you and that I appreciate you being here with me today. Okay, today's a big day. We've got a lot going on. It's September 1st, so you saw me. If you're friends with me on Facebook, you saw my rabbits. You know, I don't really believe in luck. It's just a 4-letter word, but that's a fun game to play just to rally up the troops for another month of plugging through. So rabbits to all of you. It's the first thing that should come out of your mouth on the first of the month. And supposedly it brings you good luck. We'll see how that goes. But I'm excited for September. Not only is the clearance rack on my store updated with a ton of great products at a discount price while supplies last, we have a super promotion for our starter kit. And I want to show you a little bit of what you get. Not only, so for $99, our starter kit gets you $125 of whatever you want to pick out of this luscious, loaded catalog. And the best thing about this catalog is it's not just a product catalog. There are tons of samples for everything in this catalog. So every page that you look at has samples, and that just is inspiring in itself. So I think we should do a catalog case day someday. That thought just came to my head. We're going to just maybe choose a page. Maybe I'll have a viewer's choice. But anyway, this catalog is loaded. So you get $125 of whatever you want to choose. And then you also get $50 for free. You get business supplies. You'll get a voucher for a future paper pumpkin. You'll also receive 2 stamp sets. One of them is Queen Anne's Lace, which I think is really a pretty stamp set. We've made cards with this before. I love these Queen Anne's Lace flowers. And I love the font on this. It's a little bit different. The sentiments are great. So this is one of the stamp sets you'll get, and you'll also receive this stamp set, So Much Love. And this is really pretty too, with these florals that you can color in. And you'll get 2 sets of 8 cards with envelopes prepped for you, and embellishments prepped for you to either make the cards for yourself, or if you think you want to gather friends together and just have a little girl time or craft time together, this is an awesome kit for you for $99. Free shipping. It's a $260 value. And you're getting it for $99. And then you get 20% off your future orders and up to 25% when you reach a level in sales. So it's a lot of fun, and I tell you what, my team is really cool too. We are all a bunch of, we love to craft together, and we love to have fun and laugh, and we have a really good time. So Okay, so that's going on today, the starter kit promotion. And then also, I'm going to feature our new Stampin Cut and Emboss Machine today. And this is available for you to purchase as well, along with the magnetic platform and the clear plates extras. But in this is our new Stampin Cut and Emboss Machine. I kind of called it SCEMA for short, SCEMA, for Stampin Cut and Emboss Machine Apparatus. I had to have that A on there because seam just didn't sound right. So I call it SCEMA. There's other, you can call it whatever you want. It's a die cut machine and it is amazing. So it's pretty compact. You can travel with this in one of your totes because these fold down and then they fold back up when they're not in use. So that is pretty sweet. So it's a little more compact than the previous die cut machine we had. You get, with this machine, you also get a, where are you? A little blurb about, there we go, there it is. You get a little quick start guide, and you get these 5 different pieces, and they're all numbered. So your basic platform is numbered number 1. That's your platform. Then you get these others that you can use for die cuts and for embossing. This is the adapter platform number 2 for your die cuts, and you add that to your main platform, and it gives you on each of these, on the adapter and on the platform itself, it gives you the breakdown of the numbers that you need for certain things. So our 3D embossing folders, you're going to use the platform number 1, and you're going to use this number 4, which is our adapter. Basically, it's our embossing folder for the 3D embossers. And the clear plates and this adapter number 2 and number 3 are for your die cuts, which we are going to do today. And I'm going to show you how this, and I keep joking about it, but I'm serious. This is so much smoother than our previous Big Shot. As long as you have your plates centered between here, it's 6 inches wide, so a little more than 6 inches wide, I believe. And if you have this lined up perfectly here, this glides right through. You don't have that be the boss, come on, you can do it, and all the cracking. It's really quiet. It's really nice and smooth. All right, so let's show you what we're gonna do today. I decided to pick out a stamp set and die cuts that I haven't used. Really, I haven't used this stamp set at all. So, and I'm dropping them. Okay, so the stamp set I chose today is Positive Thoughts. This is a really pretty stamp set that I've ignored in my stash, and it coordinates with the Nature's Thoughts dies. And here are the dies. Lots of pretty dies here. And I cut out all the dies to show you. So because I haven't used this, I thought this is the perfect way to show you our Stampin' Cut and Emboss Machine, and also to show you a new, new to me showing you, a new set of stamps and die cuts. All right, we're going to be keeping it simple. Let's see, I'll set these up here. And we're going to be making, I got inspiration. My favorite color is green. So I wanted to do something sort of fall, because today, is basically the first day of school, September. It's getting back into the swing of the fall fall, you know, season. So I decided to do, oh, and I am sideways. How can that happen? Oh my goodness gracious. All right, well, c'est la vie. Okay, so anyway, I decided I was going to look for fall colors to use. And I pulled out my new favorite, like base color is Soft Seafoam. I love this. I like it. It's a neutral to me. So, but it adds a really pretty hue. So I chose Soft Seafoam. And it's something like I like to use Smoky Slate, Sahara Sand, Crumb Cake. I love Crumb Cake. Those are kind of neutrals for me that I love to use as the base for cards, along with Whisper White and Very Vanilla. But I chose Soft Seafoam, and I thought, okay, what colors go with Soft Seafoam for fall? And I'm like, well, I really like greens. And it just struck me that this Forever Greenery has a ton of greens that just flow together. So I chose a bunch of greens. The Soft Seafoam's going to be my base. And because of this beautiful Designer Series paper, I chose some colors that coordinate. I'll just set this down so you can see. I chose Garden Green, Just Jade, Pear Pizzazz, Pretty Peacock, and Shaded Spruce. And these are all some of the majority of the colors. They are all the colors that coordinate with this Forever Greenery Designer Series paper. So I never would have thought to put these together, but they flow beautifully. So that's what we're using today. And because I'm going to keep it really simple, I'm going to use one die. And that die is going to be the feather. So we're going to cut out, and again, I apologize. I'll do it this way. I apologize because my video is sideways. It's not that way on my phone. It's the weirdest thing. Okay. So for cutting with dies, you'll see on the main platform that you need the main platform, number 1. You need number 2, which is the adapter. Here's number 2. And you also need the clear plates, number 3s. So let's put this platform and the adapter 1 and 2 in. And then here's the one plate that I'm using as my cutting plate. And I'm going to put that on. That's one number 3. And then I need my... Are you serious, Carrie? How could that have just disappeared? And I need my other cutting plate. Okay. Come out wherever you are. What a dilemma. Oh, I know where it is. There we go. Okay, so then you need, this is real, people. I am real. Then you need your second number 3, and I've got my die cut right here, all centered on the Shaded Spruce, and I'm just gonna run this through. And notice I didn't have to like hold it real tight and crank it. And even although I wouldn't settle for this. What's the phrase I want to say? When we were cranking with the Big Shot, I told people, when you start cranking, do not let go because of the inertia. It builds up, and if you're cranking away and all of a sudden you let go of that handle, it would unwind and smack you, and that really hurt. So I always told my people, do not let go once you start going. Be the boss. Well, with this machine, you really don't have to worry about that. It is smooth sailing through, and I have tested it. I've stopped in the middle of die cutting, and it's worked out pretty well. So, all right, so here we come back. We got to do a couple leaves. So we'll just set these right here. Okay, we've just done Garden Green. Let me zip through the rest of these, because I did not do them in advance. I wanted you to see how easy this is. And the magnetic platform that is available today was not available to demonstrators, so I'm definitely going to get one of those because that just helps you. Yep, see, that doesn't really spin around and whack you on the knuckles. The magnetic platform will help you even more when you're lining up dies if you don't have the Stamparatus. There we go. Get that baby out. Okay, that was Pretty Peacock. This one's going to be Pear Pizzazz. And again, I'm sorry that it is sideways because it is not sideways on my phone. I know Facebook is doing some changes. So I'm thinking, and September 1st is the kickoff for their new face of Facebook, which I'm not really excited about because, you know, one more thing I gotta figure out, but whatever. Okay, so there was Pear Pizzazz, here's Garden Green. And because of the little detail in this feather, I really don't want to punch out to cut out 2 at a time. I think it would lessen the second detail. Because take a look at this beautiful little die cut. See the little detail in the leaves or in the feather? It's not a leaf, it's a feather. All right, one more. And the last one is just Jade. Okay, and see how I'm centering my platform so that it's not sideways, because if it is sideways, it'll go through, but you're going to be cranking it hard, and you're probably going to leave a little, you could probably scratch your surface there, which you don't really want to do. All right, so I'm going to put this in. Last one. Voila. All right, so now I have 5 leaves. Pretty sure you can see these. Maybe not. Let's see. Can you see them? Oh gosh, I'm so sorry. Let's close that right up. Wow. All right, we have our leaves die cut. So now I'm going to fold up my machine and I'm going to set this aside. Hopefully that glare is going to be gone now. My SCEMA. All right, and I hope you can see me pretty well. So now we have our 5 leaves. Let's put them over here on a brighter color. Okay, and I have my soft Seafoam already cut and scored. This is 5.5 by 8.5, and then it's scored at 4 1/4, or you can just take your 5.5. It's a half sheet of cardstock. You're just going to fold it in half and crease it with your bone folder. Okay, and you got a nice crease. There's your card base. I chose Garden Green and Whisper White, and these are going to layer together to give it just a little pop. See how pretty that's going to be? Okay. So the first thing I'm going to do is, I'm going to stamp my sentiment. And I chose the Friends Like You Mean More Every Year. But I made another card with that. Let's do Sending Positive Thoughts and Feel Good Wishes. Because feathers kind of do that. They float in and you see them and they send good wishes too. All right, so I'm going to take this one off my block. It's a cling stamp, so you need to make sure that you get under the sticker to pull it off, because cling means it's clinging. All right, and let's pull out the other verbiage from the cling stamp set. Okay, on the replay, I'm going to turn my video back so it's not sideways. And again, story of my life, right? I'm kind of off kilter all the time too, so thanks, Luann. I think of you every day, not just on the 1st of each month. because I have a beautiful little triple rabbits plant holder that is a flower holder. It's so pretty, and I think of you every single day, Luann. Thank you so much. You're so sweet. Okay, so I've got this centered on here, and this is sending positive thoughts and feel good wishes. And I'm going to take Pretty Peacock, one of the accent colors. I didn't want to use black because I wanted to keep it in the color scheme that we have. So Pretty Peacock is one of the colors. So I'm going to use it. All right. Going to tap, tap, tap. Make sure it's inked up good, but just tapping it, because if you smash it down, you're going to get too much ink on one side, and then you're going to get those halos around the edges as well. So, do I wing it, or I'm going to show you what I normally do to make sure that I'm stamping it evenly. So I take scrap paper, and I see the edge of my paper. I line up the edge of my clear block with the edge of my paper. And then I stamp it. Because Lord knows my stickers are usually crooked. And that's pretty good. So it's pretty even. So now I know when I go to line up my cardstock that I'm stamping on, if I line up my block with my cardstock, it should come out just right. My name is Carrie, my name is Carrie, my name is Carrie. I missed you this weekend, Luann, too. Cindy had me say that. Just for you. Voila! Alright, so now we have our sentiment stamped on there. I'm just going to set it aside and clean it up later. Okay, and we can go ahead and put this directly on our cardstock. So I'm going to add my Whisper White to my Garden Green. We got some pretty birds out here that remind me of my dad. I've got my window open, so it's so pretty. It's so nice out today. And I hear some pretty birds that remind me of my dad, because he was always a whistler and he copied birds. All right, we can go ahead and put this right on our card base too, because we're going to keep it simple today with what I'm demonstrating. Okay, there's my card base. Voila. So now we're just ready to put our leaves on. And I'm just going to line up colors. Okay, and I think I'm going to go, should I go just everyone is the same way? Oh, this one's turned backwards. Should I go the same way for all of these, or should I mix it up and do this? Viewer's choice. All right, tell me what you think. This way or this way? I think it's too perfect if I do it this way. So I'm gonna just make an executive choice here. You said that. Which one's that? All right, I'm gonna do it this way. Okay, and I'm gonna use my multi-purpose liquid glue. And I'm going to do the ends first. That way the center is going to be spot on in spacing. Now I could take a ruler just to make sure they're even, but I'm just gonna eyeball it. Because feathers blow around, you know, right? So what's everybody got on their agenda for September? Got a lot of fun plans? Are you gonna do some fall color tours? I used to dread, I'm the youngest of 5, and I'm really the baby because my siblings are 9, 10, and 12 years older than me. So I had a lot of time with my folks growing up, and those fall color tours, my dad loved to get in the truck and drive around and take pictures, and you know, being the snotty little teenager that I was, it was like, oh, really? How boring. But needless to say, now that I'm just a smidgen wiser, kind of wish those days were back so that I could take another fall color tour and appreciate it. Because it's going to be that time very soon. All the fall colors in Michigan. Oh, I just love the change of seasons. The only thing I don't like about fall is it brings on winter. I don't like to drive in winter weather, but I still love the change of seasons. I lived in Florida and I didn't like how it just went from hot to cold. I mean hot to warm to hot to warm. Okay, enough babble. There is my beautiful card. Sending positive thoughts, feel good wishes. Let's see, how can I do this? Let me scroll down. Let me see how you can see it. Like that. Let me have it catch up. So there's my pretty card. Right? Couple seconds delay here. There you go. There's my pretty card. Super easy. Of course, I have a couple other samples to show you. I did another one with the leaves and I stepped it up a little bit. This other one that I made is using the subtle 3D embossing folder. I used some twine, the stitch rectangles, and I popped that up, and I think that's really pretty too. Very easy. Okay. And then I also made a couple, because this stamp set is really versatile. Look how pretty this is. This stamp set has butterfly, flower, a little ornate border, leaves. They're really pretty. So I decided, and then the dies, of course, the dies are really gorgeous too. I got to use this one. This one looks like a really fun little flower. I like that one. I want to use that one next. But anyway, here's a couple other. Here's Hugs, Prayers, Love. And I used the Artistry Bloom adhesive back sequins on there. And I just stamped and die cut. Some of them are just die cut, but pretty easy. And this is Sahara Sand on Whisper White. And this is a hot dog fold. Long fold. Okay. Then the last one I made is Hugs and Prayers. Hugs, Prayers, Love. And I used a little ornate border. And this background piece, because you can't really see from here, this stitched rectangle is super pretty. So it adds just a little detail around the edges of this. And then I used the sequins. What are these called? They're my favorite. Elegant Faceted Gems. I used a few of those in here as well in this pretty border. And this is Coastal Cabana, Soft Seafoam, Garden Green, and Calypso Coral or Poppy Parade. I think this is Poppy Parade and I stamped off. And those are actually, I mean, I like Calypso Coral. Wait, no, this is Coastal Cabana. I like Coastal Cabana. I like soft Seafoam, but Garden Green and Poppy Parade are like not my colors. Neither is, this one is Calypso Coral and Pear Pizzazz. Calypso Coral is not one of my favorite colors either, but look at how gorgeous these are when you mix them all together. So as usual, the ideas are out there and you can copy them, or you can come up with your own color combinations. You can just make so many pretty things. So that's today's episode. I appreciate you being here. Thanks for hanging in sideways with me. I would love to be your demonstrator of choice. So if you would like to order these products and more, now is the time. If you would like to sign up to be a demonstrator, you do not have to hold classes and you do not have to sell. You can just be a happy shopper and get a discount, which is originally why I signed up. But the relationships with all of you, I mean, it's been great to make it a small business too. I love it. So if you would go to my website, carryout.stampinup.net, to order all your supplies, I'll put the ingredients in the details of the video when I post it. I'm going to save it and turn it right side up so that you can see it better. Thanks for being here. Have a great rest of your day. We'll see you on Friday. Stay well and be blessed. Gotta find the button.